Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with the Twin Flame Collective update for March the 22nd through the 27th. Now, if this resonates with you, comment in the comment sections. Sending so much light to all of you guys who, book sessions, whether Akashic, past life, energy healing. Those of you who booked so many career readings, sending you guys so much love and light. If you want to, you can post your testimonial or feedback in the comment sections. It's all about people helping people. If you guys would like to order the, abundance candle that is on the Etsy shop, guys, the full moon is coming up on the 28th, and that's going to be a really good tool to use to manifest things into your immediate surroundings. Okay, so this is very important. It's one thing I know how to do. I really know how to manifest. And so I want to show and teach all of you guys how to do the same, how to change your way of thinking. If you would like to check out my website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com, you can do so. You can book your sessions there, whatever you need. My services are there and calendar as well. And check out my Etsy shop, Chrissy Crystal Indigo, if you need crystals, if you need herbs, especially for your spiritual gifts to help you understand them. If you need anything related to the journey that you're on, you can check the Etsy shop out for the products. It is very well, started for you or open for you to be able to get the supplies that you need. So inbox me, email me for any questions that you have in regards to your spiritual journey, what crystals will work best for you, what herbs is good for you to have, as well as the abundance candle. Okay, so if you would like to donate to the channel, you can. If not, no biggie. Subscribing to the channel is the same form as an energy exchange donation. Okay, if you can't do that, you can also follow me on Instagram, and my handle is Chrissy the Crystal Indigo. I post so much information to my IG stories on a daily, as well as my community tab posts. Check it out. All right, guys. So if this is resonating with you or you're seeing this in your energy, I know as of last night and this morning, the Divine Feminines really got a shift. It was like this sudden burst of energy of, being in our power, standing in our power, not allowing to settle for what we don't deserve or what is not good for us, regardless of who the connection is with, right? So if you felt that energy shift where you just got a boost of, I need to be in my power, comment below or like the video. So the first card out, we have the Five of Wands. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. 5 talks about changes. So with the collective, there's going to be a shift where, you guys are understanding each other, or we are understanding each other, and we're able to communicate. We're able to see eye to eye. We're able to understand what the purpose of this mission is for, whether it be your soul tribe, whether it be your divine masculine or divine feminine, but this is the energy that's coming in. Now, we have the Two of Cups. Again, 2 talks about choices. And for a lot of you guys, you may see a shift with your divine counterpart, whether it be divine feminine or divine masculine. And so, with this shift, it's allowing the divine masculine, to see, the error of their ways, like how they were unlovable, how they ghosted, how they treated you less than you deserved, right? And again, a lot of the divine feminines are feeling their divine counterparts' energy so strong as of late. Even when you wake up, it just hits you like bam. And the divine feminine is like, you know what? I can't respond in the 3D, but let me try to release this energetically, right? Or some of you may have taken my advice where I say, send healing in the 5D, pray, ask your spirit guides for support. Because, if you're resonating with me, a lot of you have seen, that your divine masculine has been going through the dark night of the soul, where it's just negativity. They're dark. They, even if you're responding with kindness or just checking in, it's just negative, dark energy. And what the divine feminine had to realize is, I with where I'm being called to go, I can't surround myself with that type of energy, because it's only gonna, put a wrench in what I'm being called to do. I can't, preach the light work or preach the star seed motto, and yet I'm allowing these behaviors. And so a lot of the divine feminines have stepped into that energy where it's like, I got to do what I got to do. All right. But this definitely is letting us know that with how, tight they hold on to each other, that this is the energy, right? Like, I'm missing my person. I want to communicate to my person. You've been gone from me too long, right? The next card is the Page of Swords. The sword is up. So this is a page. So for some of the divine masculines in the collective, it was very hard for them to communicate how they felt, if they even knew what this connection is and was. Just communicate their emotions. It was all about the logic. And that's what air signs is. This is Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, where it's more, I got to think with my head. But when you see this Two of Cups, they're learning to think with their heart, all right? So the overall energy, and it explains it. This is what's happening. 7, right? We have the 7 of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. We're in Aries season, right? And so with this energy, it's like competitive, people being against one another, fighting, quarreling, like just low vibrational energy. This is what's the overall energy. But with the cards coming out the way that they are coming out, there's going to be a huge shift, okay? And I'm hearing like this needs to happen. Now, the energy for the collective, the first card out, we have the Fool. So starting that new journey, embarking on your new, awakening, whether you're having your first, second, or third awakening, like you're on a new journey. Every awakening is a new journey for you, right? And they're all different. We have the 5 of Swords. Again, someone winning here, someone being the victor, and then you have people walking away in the background, right? We also have the King of Wands, being confident, optimistic, know that you can bring in abundance, have done healing, in your power. This is very confident energy, okay? We have the 8 of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, and we have, the divine feminine here being cut away from the bondage, the blindfolds being removed, and I'm showing you that I'm going to protect you, that I'm going to make sure that you're safe, right? Then we have the High Priestess, BTJ initials, crescent moon energy. Watch this crescent moon. Some information may come to the forefront. 2 talks about choices. You guys, don't be afraid to dive into, your spiritual gifts, what you're called to do. Whatever you don't understand, that is what this channel is for. Email me. I will never just leave you hanging and not try to guide you the best way that I can. But with this High Priestess energy coming out, that's all knowing energy, meaning that you have multiple gifts, meaning that for some of you, it's very important that you pay attention to what you're seeing in your dreams. Those are visions. And when it's very strong, make sure you write that information down. Or if you wake up and hear something like a phrase, or I remember one time I woke up and I heard you're going to lose her. And I'm like, where is this coming from? Immediately, I thought I was about to lose a family member, and I just went panicking. And then I had to sit with it for a second, and I was like, okay, I get it, right? And so remember, your divine masculine is communicating with you telepathically and also in the 5D. Use your gifts, okay? Then we have 9 of Pentacles. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, but this talks about you being very abundant, self-love, taking care of yourself, making sure your needs are met. This is like the daughter to the Empress card for me, right? And so if you weren't doing that before, 9 talks about endings. That is what you are doing now. So if this is resonating so far, come on, put it in the comment sections. We got to help each other out. Give advice, however it resonates. And I want you guys to shout out in the comment sections, where are you watching from? That's what I would love to know, so I can know when to post. So all of you guys, are getting the message right when everyone else is. So I'm diving into the Mystic Moon Oracle spread, right? And this is the Twin Flame Oracle spread. And so for Divine Masculine, the first card out is Awakening. So a lot of the Divine Masculines in the collective are realizing they're going through their awakening, right? Then we have Refocus. So it's that energy of like, you know I haven't been right. I know I'm being called to do something else. I know this isn't the way that I envision my life. I need to get it together, okay? Then we have Free Will, right? And so again, when we talk about past life regression, when we talk about Akashic records, there's that soul contract, right? So some of us in the collective, in our contract, we signed up, never let me and my divine counterpart get too far away from each other. Or if we're about to really, come to an end, we will want our spirit guide to step in and guide us back to, where we need to be, etc. Whatever you signed up for in your soul contract, this is how you're living your, your purpose out. And for some, you have the choice to say, you know what, I don't want to do this spiritual stuff. I don't want to use my gifts. I want to feel normal, right? Because once you realize, what you are, what's within you and your spiritual journey, you can't unsee it. Once you're awakened, you can't unsee it. You can't unknow everything that you know. So free will is here. Also for the Divine Feminine, the Divine Masculine can continue to choose, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this, right? And so again, it ties back to what did you sign up for in your soul contract, right? Devotion, okay? So, they're, coming to the energy of, I need to be devoted to this. I need to be committed to this. I need to, light the way, because they know that some of their energies have not been the best, have not displayed who they really are, especially for those who are really deep in the dark night of the soul. And, it's hard for them to pull themselves out, and the Divine Feminine is just getting the end of the stick. And, that's what's pushing Divine Feminine, on his or her journey to say, you know what, I can hold space, but I'm not going to be anyone's emotional punching bag, right? Because some of the Divine Masculines, they have been a little harsh, okay? So for Divine Feminine, we have Offer, right? So for some of the Divine Feminines, they're like, look, I could be a friend, right? Like, I'm going to take myself out of the romance part. I understand what this journey is, but right now you need healing. You need support. I can be that. But again, I cannot be an emotional punching bag where I get treated like crap for me trying to support or help or guide you or show you the way, and you refuse to open your eyes because you're using your free will, right? The next card is Guide. So Divine Feminines are being guided right now, definitely. So if your connection isn't working out for some reason right now, if it's the worst you've seen it, that rejection is for your protection. Divine Masculine really needs to come to the realization that there is a chance that, he or she can lose their Divine Feminine. And I feel like for the collective, that's what's going to be the big shakeup. Like, you know what? I'm out. And when your Divine Masculine isn't feeling that energy anymore, isn't, getting those checkup texts or calls, or, how was your days, or did you eat? That starts to hit very hard, right? Or when they need you and you're not available. Next card out for Divine Feminine is Balancing of the Scales. I want balance. We want balance, equal reciprocity, equal give and take, equal love given back and forth, right? And so Divine Feminine is balancing his or her life out at this moment. What is good for me? What is not? What will serve me? What won't? And that card that we always say, oh God. Divine timing. Everything is happening according to divine timing. And you're just like, for the love of God, can you just speed it up? Right? But everything is happening according to divine timing. All right. So the overall energy, third party. And again, third party doesn't always mean a person. It could be a job, it could be kids, it could be anything that interferes with the growth of your twin flame journey. Okay? Under that, fresh start. All right? So the energies, what did I tell you? We have Dark Night of the Soul, mute, but you're still getting those codes, right? Even right now, my whole crown chakra is like booming with energy, right? Victim, nostalgia, contemplation, trying to figure it out, right? Material world, you can be of the world or in the world, just not of it, right? Know how to balance spirituality with practicality. Self-worth, knowing your worth. No one should get any freebies or discounts on your life. And mirroring. Your divine masculine mirrors your energy and vice versa. But divine feminine, you are the leader. So take the lead. Okay. Now we're going to dive into the Messages of Love Oracle cards by Kristen at All Things Intuitive. So, first card out, let's go slow. What do divine masculine want divine feminine to know at this time? That's the question that I had asked while shuffling. Go slow. It says, take time to get to know each other. Time apart. Some distance will help bring clarity. Awakening. Both people in this connection are undergoing spiritual transformations. Spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. Overall energy. Different pages. Okay. You and this person don't share the same vision. And as long as they're in that dark night of the soul, we won't. They have to come out of it. They have to surrender. Okay? And in the meantime, divine feminine, work on helping support, heal them in the 5D. Reiki is really good for that as well. The energy oracle cards. So for divine masculine, we got 42, which breaks down to a 6. Woman holding a coin. So your divine masculine knows that you are abundant. Your divine masculine knows that there's something magical about you. How do you manifest the way you manifest? How do you say what you want and then they watch it come to fruition right in front of their eyes? And so they know you are abundant. They know you, have your business going. You have, life plans set in motion. And for some of them, they're just like, I know they're doing magic. I know they're doing magic, or they're voodoo. And you just, in those cases, just remind your divine masculine, like, the gifts that I have, they have been given to me from my ancestors, through my lineage, through God. Spirit, source, divine. So the card for divine feminine, 38. Break that down, that's 11. Fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. And this is beautiful because this is one of the cards that wanted to show itself, and it came out for divine feminine. So know that when your heart is just really being tampered with, or needing mending, or just your whole body energetically in general, call on Archangel Raphael and you will feel the love just flow through you. You will feel a change in your heart, right? Because Archangel Raphael, that's why it's all in green, is a healer, right? And so especially if you have the healing ability, this is so important for you, right? So I remember when I first called on Archangel Raphael, right? And it had to be in 2018 or 2019. And I remember like praying, and I remember like going into like this sleep trance kind of, and I felt my leg being pulled. And I was like, what do you want? What do you want? Like that. It was like, it's me, Archangel Raphael. And I was like, huh. And I fell right back to sleep. Like anytime something spiritually happens to me like that, I'm out. Right? So That's a thing too. Ask Spirit to help you be calm and accept when your guides show up, so you're not afraid and you don't push it away because of your fear. All right. So the overall energy, financial constraints, 13, 1 and 3 is 4. So we know that, the divine masculines in the collective have been going through some financial issues, because they've reached out to us for support, right? And so this is that feeling from them or in them that they feel like they don't have enough to give you what you require or deserve. And the divine feminine is like, man, what? I just want your heart. I just want to do my spiritual journey. I just want this union to kick off. Like, I'm not even thinking about that, right? So it's like, you can't tell them anything until they believe it for themselves, right? And under that, 22, this is beautiful, yin and yang. Yes, divine feminine, divine masculine energy, strategy. All right, so with the moonology spread, what is happening for the divine masculine? A new start is coming, new moon. So with the new moon, that'll be a new moon in Aries, we may see some significant changes or starting to see changes within the divine masculine collective. With the next card, emotions are running high, supermoon. The supermoon is actually this full moon that's coming up, and this full moon is in Libra. Libra talks about balance, and so it says emotions are running high. With you, divine feminine, doing your work, focusing on your life path, purpose, mission, your divine masculine may feel that you forgot all about them. And it's like emotions are running high. Am I losing? Like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Why am I not seeing any texts, any calls? And with this super moon, it's going to amplify it, right? Next card out, work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So Spirit is asking the divine masculine, like, we know you don't understand. We know you feel this is tough. We know you feel this is unfamiliar. Work through your fears. Now, for divine feminine, surrender to the divine. Wow. It says full moon. So this full moon, divine feminine is surrendering to the divine, while divine masculine is in the energy of a new start, right? And then it's a super moon, excuse me. So emotions are running high, right? Overall energy, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo, right? So if your divine counterpart has been talking crazy to you, or you guys haven't been seeing eye to eye, and there's an opportunity for you guys to communicate, for you guys to come together, don't let pride get in your way. Hear them out, even though, they may not deserve it. They didn't want to hear you when you wanted to communicate, but you're the leader. So take the high road, okay? So, advice for divine feminine. We have Elion, number 12, the Huntress. Break that down, that's a 3. Quest. The Pleiades like my quest to be wild and free. So, a lot of you, and I got this from my starseed, I got this information from my starseed reading that I got. And whenever you feel like things are a bit too much, or you can't really see yourself through, call on your Palladian light team 3 times and say, I surrender my free will. I need your support. Help me through this. And you'll get clarity, because they can only respond if you're allowing your free will to be surrendered in that moment, okay? The next card is Kalino, and it says 24, that's a 6. So the little star, divine, my inner child is whole and complete. So again, working through those inner child wounds, and as we continue on our journey, they'll get lesser and lesser, but things do come up that reminds you, that put you in that energy where you're like, oh, this again. You're always healing. You're always healing. So this is very beautiful. The overall energy, we have Jade, okay? And it says, Seleno, 23, the Jade Star. Look, surrender. Wow. It says, I am ready to let go with self-compassion. right? So a lot of us need to do some heart chakra energy healing, because, you know, when you take a hit like that with your divine masculine, like you think like you're almost there, and then here comes another tower moment, here comes another tower moment, where it's just like your heart keeps taking these hits and you're trying to recover from the first hit, but here comes another one. So do some heart chakra meditations, listen to some sound bowls on YouTube, okay? So the life purpose oracle spread, what is the divine masculine's mission working towards? So first card out is spiritual teacher. You hear with your class sessions and seminars. So a lot of them, they're being called to be spiritual teachers. Now, if they're fighting against this is where that surrender part comes in at. And it's very important that they understand they're being called to go higher. They're being called to be greater, okay? Justice. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help, all right? And then the next card, freedom. You are free to do what you choose. And so even with the twin flame oracle spread, they got free will, and here we have freedom. You are free to do whatever it is you choose, right? Dolphin spirit. A lot of you guys have that Atlantis energy. Now for divine feminine, books. All right, it says you connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. So a lot of you guys are really studying at this time. A lot of you guys are going to write your own book, right? Heart's desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. So as you continue to move on with your life purpose, your mission, and the timer says, my clock says 1:33. So this is a definite divine message, excuse me. But heart desires. So they are supporting you as you move on and are being led in regards to your life path and purpose mission. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. Say what you want to see, baby, and watch it comes to fruition. All right. The next card is crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. And so you guys know me very well when it comes to crystals. I can put you onto a lot of amazing crystals, and I also have them on my Etsy shop, right? Chrissy Crystal Indigo is my handle. But with certain crystals, like the twin flame, crystal pack, you have the manifestation, moon pack. I align those crystals together because that's what's going to help you, along your journey, on your journey. And then I hear Spirit saying, speak to him, girl, speak to him. So this is really beautiful. The overall energy for both is speaker. And so it says your life purpose involves your skills of oration. So for a lot of you, you're going to go around, you're going to talk to people, you're going to spread the word, you're going to give seminars in regards to your, spiritual gifts, however it resonates. Okay. Trust, guys. You trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. Believe, I'm telling you, believe you will see it come to fruition. All right. Now, in the Starseed Oracle for Divine Masculine, we have Messenger. And it says, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. Okay. We have for Divine Feminine, surrender. Sorry, guys, this is the cards, okay? Where they're saying strong surrender, divine timing, right? So it says, surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Okay. Overall energy, the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So with this coming out, I wanted to read it for you guys because, let me sit this down for a second, because a lot of you have been asking me about the blue flame. So I want to make sure that you guys understand what the blue flame is, okay? So, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. This is a card of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you are going through a period of spontaneous awakening. receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we are going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical Kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate. An awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you are in the midst of an awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to grow and integrate the extreme changes you are going through. All right? So put your hand on the screen, and it says, place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. So put your hand on the screen and whisper the following. I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experience each and every day. This is beautiful. And when I was meditating 2 weeks ago, I saw blue like people, and I was wondering, like, who are these blue people? And now it explains it, because I kept seeing blue and I'm like, what is this? They were literally blue, just like in the card. And I mean, now it makes sense, right? We're learning something new together every day. And so maybe that was a sign to say, like, I am being supported, like they're there to help me, but I wouldn't have known, what it was until we came upon this card. So beautiful. The next card, Karmic relationship. Okay. So it says Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. Okay. So with that, I'm saying read it. Okay, I'll read it. And this will help you guys understand a little more. All right. So let me turn this around for you. There you go. So the constellation Orion is thought by many to have been a place of great polarity and eventual unity. Some believe that many starseeds who were part of this cosmic history are incarnate on Earth now and are playing out karmic relationships from Orion times. Perhaps you are one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. However, because of this, conflict can also result in unity and growth. To many, misunderstandings are caused when we don't open our heart and mind and see things from a different point of view. When we go into reactive sound guessing mode instead of gathering the courage to open our heart. We should admit that we may have reacted because of our own woundings and then find neutral ground. We are all innocent children looking to be seen, understood, and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart. And yet, that's the invitation of conflict. It's easy to react and taking things personally. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and find a way to grow closer through the conflict. It's through relationships that we grow the most. How can you soften your heart and drop your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view? How can you see the innocence of all involved? How can you learn to see the similarities rather than the differences? Starseed Soul Inquiry. Which relationships do you find the most challenging? How can you see things from a different perspective? How are you being called to allow growth through conflict? So what they're asking us is, when it comes to these connections, whether karmic, whether twin flame, look at your divine counterpart or the person with loving eyes. Put yourself in their shoes. And of course, divine feminines, I get it. We've tried, we have so much unconditional love in this collective for our divine counterparts. And even doing so, still, save space, because at the end of the day, You can empathize with someone, you can be compassionate, but when you see repeated patterns of behavior, there comes a time when you have to say, okay, is it you or me? Because if you're supporting the divine masculine, the divine masculine supporting the divine masculine, who's looking out for you? That's what you have to ask yourself. Okay? And with that being said, guys, that is the reading. Please comment below, like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. I will be going live tomorrow. We'll do 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll do a live healing, and we'll do some live questions on air for you guys. And I will have my tarot deck. So if I'm called to pull something for someone, I will do it. But it's more specifically for the healing and any questions that you guys have. All right. So sending you guys so much love and light. I will talk to you soon. Take care.